It was a busy day on Sodor. All the engines were puffing back and forth, making Sir Topham Hatt proud. Percy had an accident with the trucks and was sent to the works. He came back, but something was wrong with his brakes. The works had made the brakes stiff. Whenever his driver applies the brakes, the lever would feel hard on, when it was not. Sometimes, Percy would bump the trucks harder than he meant. Once he bumped them to the buffers, and the load flew everywhere. He was very embarrassed, and Sir Topham Hatt was very cross. Soon his driver learned how to manage. This made Percy feel better. Now he wouldn't get embarrassed anymore. One day, Percy had to take some trucks to a station on an old branch line. He was right on time. Next, Percy shunted the trucks into the siding. His driver looked at the time. "It's time for lunch. Come on, fireman. I know a good cafe with great tea. It's not far, and we could take a cab." "Sure. Percy, will you be okay while we're gone?" "Don't worry. I'll be fine." The fireman forgot about Percy's brakes. He wasn't intending what he was doing and didn't pull the lever hard. The crew walked to the road and caught a cab. Meanwhile, Percy was sitting happily. He thought about his day so far. It was going good. He had a small fire burning. His fireman usually does this, so when they return, it's easier to get the fire roaring. The wind picked up and trouble started. It blew some coal from Percy's bunker. One hit the lever and opened the firebox just a tad, enough space for coal to come in. Some more coal went into his fire. It glowed and his steam was running well. "I wonder what's going on. My fire feels funny. It's like someone is feeding it. I know my crew didn't return, or else they would tell me about their lunch." Suddenly, he felt his wheels move. Percy was even more confused. "Who's there?" No answer came. He just kept rolling. He tried to whistle, but he couldn't. After some good attempts, he tried to stop, but he just rolled down the line. "Oh dear, I hope I can stop before anyone gets hurt," he said to himself. He puffed down the line until he saw some buffers. But he chuffed right through them as if they weren't there. "Oh no, I must stop. Help!" he yelled as he ran down an embankment. Percy finally stopped as he puffed into a pond. The splash made Percy's fire go out, and he had finally stopped. "Thank goodness I stopped. Now how will anyone find me?" Percy looked all around and then yelled, "Driver? Fireman? Anyone? Help!" No one heard him. He yelled another minute and finally gave up. Meanwhile, his crew turned to the old station to find Percy gone. "We left him here, didn't we?" "Yes, but 'cause there are the trucks we brought here. He couldn't have left without us." Percy's driver had a thought. He turned to the fireman and said, "Please tell me you put Percy's brakes hard on." "Of course I did. I pulled it until it couldn't move." "At first or after a while?" "At first. Wait. Do you know what you've done?" "Oh no. Percy's a runaway." They ran to the nearest signal box and warned the signalman. The alarm was raised and Sir Topham Hatt ordered a search party. Thomas and James searched high and low, looking for Percy. Hours passed and still no luck. Sir Topham Hatt walked outside his office. He spotted the porter and told him, "Inform the airfield of Percy. Also tell them that I'm on my way to search from the skies on Harold. He walked over to his car. Percy must be found, he said to himself and drove away. He soon arrived at the airfield. Take me over to the Canton station by Tidmouth Halt. Okay, sir, hop on. So Tubman had climbed in, and Harold took off. They were high in the sky. They soon got close to the pond, and Harold spotted Percy. There you are, sir. Nice job, Harold. You found him. I will contact the rescue team straight away. Harold landed back at the airfield, and his pilot contacted the rescue team. They were soon on the scene. Percy was a flatbed, and Edward took him to the works where Sir Topham Hatt and his crew were waiting. Percy, your driver and fireman told me about your break. I've decided to let you stay here and get fixed. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I thought it wasn't serious. I guess I was wrong. Indeed you were. You could have gotten into a serious accident. We should have been glad that it ended in a splash and not a crash. Percy and his crew agreed. So Topham had turned away to go when he stopped. And don't worry about the mail. Thomas will take it. Just get better. An engine less will not do. He continued to walk away, and the workmen set to work. Soon, Percy's brakes was fixed. He was glad to be stopping properly again. The big engine started to tease Percy about his brakes, but he didn't take much notice. He now knows that the smallest problem could have a big consequence, good or bad. That is why to tell someone about his problems is the best solution. Percy and his crew hoped something like this would never happen again.